In The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there is one shrine quest where you have to gather up a bunch of burrito kids by cooking a special dish called hearty Salmon Meuniere.
I figured, given this one child loves it so much, she's holding up one of her favorite passions, clearly it must be one of the best dishes in the world. And as a resident lover of food, I needed to try it for myself. So today we're going to try and make hearty Salmon Meuniere using only clues from the game. Now, to start off with, we have our ingredients. In-game, you need a hearty salmon, goat butter, and Tabantha wheat. Salmon and goat butter are just real-world items that can be obtained at a local supermarket.
Okay, so, goat butter. Turns out, goat butter is a gourmet item that is not commonly available in the US, at least where I am. I ordered goat butter on Amazon, but instead of goat butter, they sent me this, which is Italian buffalo milk butter. So they didn't let me return it. I'm too shy to contact the seller, and I'm not willing to pay another $20 of butter for the gotcha roll of a chance. And so we're just gonna use this instead of the goat butter. But does the type butter really make that much of a difference? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we'll revisit this video again in the future when I can actually get goat butter. But for now, this is what I'm doing. So yeah, back to the video.
But Tabantha wheat is a bit of a special case.
Tabantha wheat is specifically wheat obtained from the completely fictional Tabantha region of the even more fictional land of Hyrule. As such, getting the recipe one for one is impossible. However, I substituted Tabantha wheat for normal wheat and moved on to trying to figure out how much I needed.
Now, the game doesn't give us any specific instructions on actually making the dish. And as such, we don't get exact quantities of the meal. However, we can see from the game icons he uses exactly one whole salmon, an entire stick of goat butter, and a single stick of wheat. So, despite my better judgment, that's what I'm going with. Now, in order to cook the food, we need to know how it's cooked. As unlike in-game, there are a vast number of ways to cook a food.
A food could be fried, it could be grilled, it could be boiled, it could be flambéed.
So, we need to determine how to actually cook the salmon in order to get the results that we're looking for. According to the in-game description, it says, quote,
"The crispy skin of this fried hearty salmon puts this dish in a texture all on its own,"
thus telling us that we need to fry it. In most contexts, frying refers to cooking food in another form of oil or fat, which also tells us how to use the other ingredients. Butter is recognized as a fat which is used to fry objects, thus we know we have to use the goat butter to fry the salmon. At the same time, wheat is used as a spice to help add flavor to various dishes, so we just do that here. So, we fry up the salmon in goat butter and add in some wheat for flavor, and we allegedly have the best dish known to Dorito-kind. So, without any further ado, let's get cooking.
Alright, so now I have my the salmon here, and before I actually eat it, or eat part of it at least, because I don't think I could eat a whole 2-pound salmon all at once. Even I'm not that fat. But I am also scared because this is not only the first time I've ever fried a salmon before. This is the first time I've fried, period. I've never fried a food before. So, got a little bit here on my spoon, because I don't have a fork. I couldn't find my fork. Probably not good, but whatever. So, over the teeth, over the gums, watch out stomach, here it comes. Okay, so here's the thing. It's not awful, is what I'll say. Because, I mean, the problem is it doesn't have any flavor to it, and that's because we didn't cook it with any flavor. We cooked it with butter and wheat. That is what we cooked it with. Neither of those things have a particularly unique flavor, and salmon on its own is just fish. So ultimately what we're left with is a flavorless dish. But in that image, which I'll have here, you can see that there is a sauce on it of some sort. A sauce that is not involved in the cooking process that we see in game. Now, it could be tartar sauce, it could be ranch. I'm going to try tartar sauce because that is the one I have. So I will be right back. So, got tartar sauce right here, all ready to go. And, gotta open it. This is how little I eat fish. It's not even opened yet. But this tartar sauce does look very close to the stuff that we have, all the way down to it being white with the flakes. So it seems even medieval people thought that Salmon Meuniere here, that their Salmon Meuniere tasted tasteless. And added an extra step that they decided not to have us do. So, we're adding in the top. So we're just gonna add a little bit of tartar sauce on the side, not actually on it, because I want to see how it tastes before I just lather it and stuff. Do over here where it's not as close to the fish. That should be a good amount. I'm gonna grab another piece of fish. So there it is, piece of fish. And now we dip it into some of the tartar sauce, like that. Here we try it again. Yeah, the tartar sauce carries it. It's no wonder that when Link eats it, not only that he eats it in one big gulp, so he can get the tartar sauce in with the fish. Because Lord knows, if butter and salmon and wheat is really all he's putting on in this dish, it is gonna be one bland dish right there. Considering that even actual Salmon Meuniere in real life uses spices to make it more flavorful. So, there you go. Yeah, that's something I completely ignored until I looked it up later. Upon research on trying to actually make the dish, there are actual Salmon Meuniere recipes. It's an actual dish in real life. I'm showing it on screen now. So, why we could have just based it off of that. But, yeah, no. Instead of having good food, I decided to settle for something they honestly could tell from the description would be bland. But now, like the tea video that I did last week, I'm not putting any of this to waste. Even if I have to shove it down the throats of my friends and family, this is getting eaten. All of it. Because I don't think there's bones in it. There shouldn't be bones in it. There might be bones in it. But anyway, I'll leave you guys to the end card as I have my supper for tonight. Because honestly, with the tartar sauce, not that bad. Just the tartar sauce definitely carries it. So I'm just going to spread the tartar sauce across the top here. What are you still doing? Go to end card. Okay, so I'm adding this in post, but I have a bit of the fish here. And cats love fish. That's the thing we always hear. So I wanted to see if maybe Blake will like a little bit of the Salmon Meuniere I made. Blake? Blake? Blake. Blake, have some salmon meuniere. I cooked it. Huh? Here, Blake. Eat it. God damn it, Blake. Blake, eat it. Please. I'm begging you. Blake. Blake, have any final words for the camera? No, you're gonna be a sass? Okay, no, she's not gonna eat it. I'll put in post some text on a black screen if she does eat it. And with that, it's time for me to head off. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, and while you're down there, why not leave a comment with your thoughts? If you want to support me, I have a $1 and $5 tier on Patreon. The $1 tier gets your name at the end of each video, in the corner there, in the Patreon corner. And for $5, you get an avatar displayed on screen at the top, along with me saying your name out loud, like... Or, of course, you can support me for free by subscribing down below. And last but not least, I would like you all to remember to stay awesome.